Greetings everyone, I've returned to Universal Studios Hollywood and today we're talking about safety and height requirements. I promise it's gonna be fun. Roll that intro. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now, talking about the safety requirements and height requirements they have on the various attractions here at Universal, because it's something a lot of people don't talk about. And I know that you can look up this information pretty quickly, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to package this together for people who might be their first time and they're not sure if they're, the right height for children or if they can fit inside the vehicles themselves, because they actually have a few attractions here that they have the vehicles outside that you can try out first to see if you can actually fit in them comfortably. So, let's get to it. We are going to begin in what I like to call the Illumination portion of the park with Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash and Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. Starting with Secret Life of Pets, 34 inches, and you have to be accompanied by an adult, and then there's 48 inches to ride alone. But over here you can actually see the actual ride vehicle itself, so you can see if there's something that will accommodate you. So it's 2 people per vehicle, and you can kind of push this down to where it is convenient for you, and I actually show you right here where that level is. So not good, 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 and then locked in place here. So yeah, there you go. You can try it out for yourself and see if this is something that you can ride. Over at Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, it is actually 40 inches to ride alone, and then 48 inches. So you gotta have the 40 right there, all right? You gotta do that, but you've gotta be accompanied by a supervising companion. It seems like for both, actually. Yeah, they want you to go with people, but this is gonna be the bare minimum, and then to ride alone, as it were. And again, also this information can be found in the Universal Studios Hollywood app, on top of all the things I'm talking about here today. Heading on back to Silly Swirly, checking the height requirements, and again, this is still in that kind of Illumination portion of the park. The splash pad, I don't think it has any height requirement. So to ride Silly Swirly by yourself, you have to be 48 inches or taller, but if you have an adult with you, you can actually be shorter than that, because this is kind of a flat ride. It's Dumbo, basically, for those who know. But yeah, so 48 inches by yourself, but you can be less than that if you have an adult to come with. Down at Transformers The Ride, you must be at least 40 inches tall to ride, but if you're under 48 inches, you must have supervising companions. That's the same for all of them. So 40, but if you're under this, then you can't ride alone. So that's how that works. I'm learning, we're learning together. So again, 48 inches must be this at least. But if you're taller than this, then you can ride alone. Look at that. Well, while we're down here, might as well hop on, you know what I mean? It's a little Transformers. Oh, it just got really quiet. Okay, I got quiet there. I was like, what's happening? I was like, something's wrong. Wow, the express lane is completely empty. This is crazy. I know it's usually like this, but I usually see somebody down here. Huh. It's kind of cool, though. I like it.
Woo! Find a way out of here.
Not this way. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Get back. Get back. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Don't you dare shoot us. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Look, escape route.
So good.
Wait, something's wrong.
Going all right.
My gun's jammed.
Now over at Jurassic World The Ride, and every one of the attractions has one of these signs depending on what they have on there and some health concerns that you might have, which will prevent you from riding. And a lot of things like if you have heart conditions or back or neck, physical conditions, expectant mothers, get sickness from too much motion, which I wouldn't say on this ride is that big of a deal. But yeah, so they will put all of that information up front in a big way, just so you know. And the height requirements are thus 42 inches at the bare minimum, and then 48 if you want to ride alone. And just for reference, that is 4 feet tall, 48 inches. Just keep that in mind if you're like, what's he talking about, the inches and stuff, if you're more into feet than that. So yeah, remember that. And also you can kind of come and test it out over here. If you have a little one with you, they will test pretty much every time, even if they overcome it. But they'll check multiple times. So be honest, because they will find out. Over here at Revenge of the Mummy, there's a mummy test seat, so you can check out and see, again, like Secret Life of Pets, if that's something that's going to work for you to sit in. Because this is a roller coaster, it goes forward, backwards, and you must be at least 48 inches tall to ride this. There's no like 42, 44, and then whatever, this companion. No, you have to be 48 inches. So there you go, that's 4 feet. 4 feet tall at least. And I just passed it. I'm so happy. Also, on top of all the safety and height requirements that they have here, they have lockers. You can't really bring anything with you on the attraction that you can't really put in a pocket. Even if you have stuff in your pocket, it's probably good to put them in a locker. They are free lockers for 90 minutes, and you rent it. You're going up and hit rent, put your finger on there, and you can rent one. And then you can use that same fingerprint to reopen it later. Also, they have larger lockers over here that you can rent for up to $2 or 2 hours for $5, and then $5 for each additional hour if you need more space. These lockers are pretty deep. You'll be able to fit most stuff in there if you kind of finagle it, as it were. Besides Forbidden Journey, this is probably the most intense attraction here, and they have a bunch of warnings up front as well. It's just, there's a lot going on. There's a launch, there's a backwards portion. You know, sorry to ruin it for you, but I just want people, if you're watching this video, you want to know what's going on there. So maybe watch this for other people who are kind of like, they want to go in blind, but you can tell them if they're gonna like it or if they're not. Also on top of Transformers the Ride and a few other attractions here, they do have child switch, so if you want to go on it and your significant other, whomever else you're at the park with, a friend or whatever, want to take turns watching your child or a child under 4 feet, then they have that here. They have a child switch room. It's pretty nice. The one in Transformers is nice as well. I've just kind of popped into them just to see them because they're kind of cool little spots to hang out and that are a little bit unique if you've never ever seen them before. Also, did you guys really think I'd come all the way down to Jurassic World to ride and not ride it? I mean, come on, baby. We got to. Even in the Harry Potter wand video, I rode Jurassic World. I didn't show it, but I rode it.
Keep an eye out for the first of all of us who likes to splash around in the water.
Pretty.
You can see our new
Let's get better on camera.
one of the latest additions to our Jurassic World family.
It's like the sweetest part of the whole attraction. It's like, aww. Oh, baby Stego's getting drenched. Sorry, baby Stego. He's like dripping. I love it. Oh, there's Mama. See, these guys didn't follow the safety rules. Look at this. Like, stay buckled up in there. So bad. You hate to see it. Ah, there she is. Hi, gorgeous. I love you. Aww. See upstairs. I can't wait. Ah, best part coming up. Yeah. Oh, Sparky, stop chewing on those wires. This is a safety video. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Do not chew on safety wires. Sparky's not a good example. Not a role model. Not a role model. Here we come. Oh, we're coming in hot. Oh, hide it on the dino. Dino's spitting at us. Dino has hit us, but we are okay. We're all right. Ah, there she is. Blue's still MIA. That's I am Dominus. Oh yes, keep us right here. I'll stay right here. Evac. Oh, sorry. A little too excited. Hi. Oh, the T-Rex is here too. All right, well, everybody hold on. Hold on. Oh, got hit a little bit. Got hit a little bit. Right here. So good every time. After action damage report, I got hit on my left shoulder, and then actually down the left side here a lot. And I was in the far left, in the far back. So if you're on the sides, no matter where, you're probably gonna get hit. I'm telling you, if you can somehow manage to get back row center, it's the best. You won't really get wet too much at all. Maybe a little bit here from the Dilophosaurus stuff, but you know, not so bad. Oh, it's such a good ride every time. I've ridden this like 30 times, at least 30, 40 times, I don't know. So good every time, and I love it. And they have, look at this, that shirt, just Universal. Come on, I'm repping the merch. Checking out the warnings over here at the Simpsons ride. Wait time right now, 90 minutes, oh my goodness. Now this one, I'll be honest with you, this is one of the 3 here that I would say motion sickness could be a big factor. If you can do Despicable Me, this might be your next step up because it's one of those kind of, you're in a vehicle and it moves around and whatnot. But it does get pretty intense. So just know that. So if you're not big on motion simulators, might want to skip this one. Thanks to Itchy and Scratchy over here, we know that you must be at least 40 inches tall to ride. Thanks, boys. Appreciate you being out here. Of course, he's got the hammer. Thanks to the team member Joseph over here telling me that the Studio Tram Tour does not have a height requirement anybody can go on. They'll probably make younger ones sit towards the center because it can be a little bit intense on the sides. There is some motion, flashing lights, fire effects, water effects, light effects, a bunch of different things going on in the Studio Tram Tour. But it probably is the most unique experience you're gonna get here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it's always worth a trip. In my humble opinion, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is the most intense attraction on all of Universal Studios Hollywood property. Yeah, look at all these different things here. This is like the biggest motion sickness ride. This is like the one because not only is there movement like in front like this, but it's also moving around. You've got screens moving around with you, so there's a lot going on here. So again, if you suffer or have any of these things here, it might be a little scary. Fear of heights, that's one on here because there's a few times where you're like, wow, I'm up high, or higher than you would expect. It's a very cool attraction. The more I ride it, the more I can appreciate it, but this is definitely something that I would be very cautious of because of how intense it really truly is. I just checked with a team member and she said you must be at least 48 inches, so 4 feet tall to ride this ride. No, like if you're a little bit shorter and you come with a companion, no, 48 have to be. Then over here you can actually see the ride vehicle that you'll be in, this kind of bench thing. There's 2 more to the side, so there's 4, so they kind of strap you down. Also, they have little air conditioners that blow on you that are really nice as well. But yeah, again, 48 inches. To go visit Harry and friends. Yeah, a little bit of a tall order. You get it? Tall order? Right next door is Flight of the Hippogriff. And right now, you have to be 39 inches to 48 inches, apparently. So that's what it is. So 39 inches at the bare minimum, 48 to actually go on without a supervising companion. So 4 feet. So if you're 4 feet, not only can you ride Forbidden Journey, you can ride this one by yourself, but if you're 39 inches, you're gonna have to ride with a companion. Yes. And then also, this is a small roller coaster. It's like 40 seconds long or something like that. It's not that bad. If you do suffer from any type of motion sickness, at the, like, there's a turn in the beginning that can hit you a little bit, but it's really not that bad. It's not too bad. It's pretty tame. Speaking of which, yeah, we're doing it! We're flying with a hippogriff! Oh, baby. Oh my gosh, is that water world over there? Woo! Look at the castle! Oh my goodness! Whee! And we're done. That quick. It's quick. It's quick. It's good, but it's quick. Also, I wanted to briefly touch on the Kung Fu Panda Adventure. Now, I don't believe it has a height requirement, but if you have a little bit of that motion sickness stuff, this is like maybe the very first place you start with kind of like motion simulators. You're sitting in a theater, your chair moves a little bit, and the screen moves around a little. You know, just like the actual, like, it moves like this, but the screen itself isn't moving. You know what I'm trying to say. So, if you're worried about any of the motion simulator rides, like Despicable Me or The Simpsons, maybe start here with Kung Fu Panda Adventure and work your way up. Like, do this, then do Despicable Me, see how you're feeling, and then Simpsons. And then you'll know if you're ready for Forbidden Journey. Well, everyone, that's going to do it for me here today at Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope this video helped a little bit, give you a little more information. And again, all of this information is on the Universal Studios Hollywood app, which I recommend you download before you come to the park, just to check all of these things. They don't really change that much, but just in case they do, just that way you're up to date with all of them. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you being here, liking, commenting on the videos. But also, a huge thank you to the patrons. You guys are amazing. You guys are supporting the channel, making us grow, making it me. This is my channel. Making me grow with love and affection. But just know that I appreciate you guys supporting me like that. This is such a cool thing to be able to do, and you guys are making it happen. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. And if you have any other ideas or suggestions for videos, please leave them down in the comments, because this is like, I'm trying to make videos for you. All right, until next time, everybody, just remember to adapt and overcome. Bye-bye. Little appreciation post time. I always talk about how much I love this portion, but when it's like this at night with the lights, nobody here, oh, guys, it's butterbeer season. I'm all about it. It's so cool. Like, just Drink it in. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. They've just out of the park, knocked it out of the park with this. Ugh.